Before humans ruled the earth, they walked through a world that did not belong to them. On the open savanna, death was not an ending. It was a signal. A carcass could feed many mouths, but it first belonged to teeth stronger than any human hand. For early humans, hunger often began with waiting, watching, and staying alive. The saber-toothed cat did not hunt for drama. It hunted because every day demanded meat. But even a powerful predator was never alone in this harsh world. Around food, the savanna became a battlefield of instinct. Birds rose first, then dust, then silence broke apart. Hidden behind the thorn trees, the human group could only watch. To a hungry child, even danger can look like food. A mother's first tool was not stone, it was restraint. The forager reads the land, wind, distance, tracks, and the patience of predators. The elder no longer moves quickly, but memory has become its own kind of strength. One wrong sound could turn watchers into prey. The predators leave scraps, not mercy. Yet scraps may be enough for survival. The humans wait longer. Fear teaches them timing. Only when the danger drifts away does the forager allow the group to move. For early humans, a sharp stone was not just an object. It was a chance. They do not charge forward. They approach like animals who know they are vulnerable. Old meat could nourish, but it could also poison. Experience mattered. A small nod from the elder is enough. The group begins to gather what remains. Inside bone was marrow, fat, energy, and one of the richest prizes left behind. The smallest piece goes to the youngest mouth, because survival was already social. But hunger can push judgment beyond the edge of safety. The forager stops the young male without words. The body speaks before language is complete. The warning is ignored. A single mistake now belongs to everyone. The wind changes, and with it, the entire balance of the moment. The pregnant woman sees the danger first. Protection becomes instinct before thought. The young male returns with food, but he brings fear back with him. The group has no claws, no fangs, no armor, so they create sound. Running alone would mean death. Moving together gives them a chance. The fallen body is not abandoned. Hands reach down. The tribe pulls him back. They escape the teeth, but lose something precious. The dry bundle that once carried fading heat. By late morning, hunger is joined by thirst, and thirst is less patient than fear. A green line in the distance promises water, but in prehistoric Africa, water was never simply a gift. A child sees relief. The pregnant woman sees the edge of danger. The elder studies the mud. Tracks are a language written before words. The forager tests the bank with wood, because still water can hide violence. A bubble rises. The river answers without speaking. Beneath the surface, another hunter is waiting. The pregnant woman pulls the child away before the water can take what the predators did not. A thrown stone becomes a question sent into the river. The crocodile moves like a shadow with bones. The lesson is simple. Survival is not conquering nature. It is knowing where not to stand. So they take water from the safer shallows, using leaves as vessels. Food is washed carefully, but every movement stays close to caution. The elder teaches without speech. A footprint can be a warning, a map, or a memory. For a moment, the river looks peaceful again. They drink in small mouthfuls, never fully turning their backs on the water. Then the sky changes, and the land prepares another lesson. Dust rises before the storm, covering skin, eyes, and breath. Birds flee the trees. Animals often understand the weather before humans do. Lightning strikes, and the sky gives the earth something terrifying. Fire begins not as an invention, but as a force of nature. The group hides from it, yet cannot look away. Rain weakens the flames, but deep inside the ash, heat survives. The smell of cooked flesh may have been one of humanity's earliest invitations toward fire. The pregnant woman approaches carefully. Curiosity and fear walk together. She does not own the fire yet. She only dares to move a piece of it. The forager offers dry grass, and the group begins to turn fear into method. A breath feeds the ember. Too much, and it dies. Too little, and it fades. Then the ember becomes flame. No one celebrates. Wonder is quieter when survival is at stake. If you want to follow more forgotten moments from the first humans, stay with this journey. The child reaches for warmth. The pregnant woman teaches that even a gift can burn. The elder adds wood. Memory protects the flame as much as hands do. They leave the burned ground carrying not fire itself, but the knowledge of how to keep it alive. By evening, the group searches for a place where wind, darkness, and predators can be held back. The ember is placed in a shallow pit, guarded by stone and attention. The pregnant woman breathes life into it again. The fire answers because she has learned its rhythm. Meat near the coals changes slowly, softening under heat and smoke. The child wants food now, but patience has become part of survival. For the elder, fire is more than food. It is warmth for a body losing strength. The young male sits apart, learning that one reckless act can endanger the entire group. But the smell of cooked meat travels farther than human eyes can see. In the darkness, the hyenas find the edge of the human light. The forager hears them before they fully appear. The predator steps forward, testing whether these small creatures can be broken apart. The pregnant woman moves the children inward. The old, the young, and the unborn are placed at the center. The forager lifts a burning branch, turning fear into a boundary. This time, the young male stays. Courage begins as remaining beside others. The circle forms. Wood, stone, flame, breath, and bodies pressed together. They make themselves larger through noise, rhythm, and unity. The hyena hesitates. Fire has changed the rules of distance. Then another shadow arrives. Even predators fear other predators. For one fragile moment, human fear becomes shared focus. The animals retreat. The humans do not win the night. They survive it. After danger passes, they do not waste darkness. They work. The forager pushes branches into the earth, building not a house, but a barrier against wind. Vines bind wood to wood. Simple materials become shelter through cooperation. The pregnant woman lays dry grass across the frame, shaping a pocket of warmth for the group. An old hide turns the wind away. Nothing here is permanent, but it is enough for tonight. A child brings twigs, copying the adults. Learning begins by imitation. The young male returns with wood, offering effort where words do not yet exist. He places the fuel beside the pregnant woman. The apology is silent, but understood. She gives him food. In a world of scarcity, forgiveness also has a cost. Near the fire, care becomes another survival skill. A small piece of meat is divided into many parts. The group survives by sharing hunger. The softest food goes to the children. The strongest do not always eat first. The flame is controlled now, held low in stone, close enough to warm, far enough not to destroy. Beneath the shelter, bodies gather around heat, and heat gathers them into a community. The forager sees what the fire has done. It has made the group stay close. In the dark savanna, a tiny shelter glows like a thought that refuses to disappear. Morning returns, and with it, proof that the night did not take them. The birds come back first, as if the land has reset itself. Small lives move through the dust, crossing the footprints of larger ones. The savanna is never empty. It is always watching, feeding, hiding, moving. The tribe wakes slowly, not victorious, but changed. The pregnant woman searches the ash and finds the red heart still alive. The ember is wrapped carefully, protected like food, like memory, like a future. The forager gathers stone, wood, and bone. A migration begins before the first step. Bundles are tied with vine. Nothing can be heavy unless it is worth carrying. The young male helps the elder stand. Yesterday's mistake becomes today's care. The child looks at the ember and sees something dangerous, useful, and alive. The pregnant woman passes the fire forward. What one generation learns, the next must carry. Every migration hides another survival story. Follow the next footprints, and the journey continues. They leave the shelter behind and follow the distant movement of animals and green land. Only footprints remain, and a low frame of branches bending in the wind. They are small against the savanna, but they carry fire, memory, and each other into the dawn.